and welcome to this FPL Gameweek 7 Team Selection video with me, Holly Shand. Today I'm going to be looking back to Game Week 6 with my performance and all of the key performers before looking ahead to my Game Week 7 transfer plans and that all-important captaincy decision. I'll also be having a look at the midweek fixtures that we've got this week, as well as looking at the top transfers in. I'm going to be bringing this video to you every Monday now, so a little bit of a change from maybe what we've seen before. If you are new around here, please give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to hit 700 likes on this video and hopefully push on to 14k subscribers. All of your support is really appreciated, and remember, I'll be back on Thursday with the preview and live stream every Friday. Let's get into it. Now this season I've started playing Fanslide, which is the first live in-play fantasy football app. You simply choose a 90-minute fixture to play and you slide players in and out, and it allows you to interpret what you see on the pitch to take advantage of key trends during the game. Now, I'm going to be hosting my first table for Fanslide in Game Week 7 for the West London derby, Fulham against Chelsea, which is the 12:30 kickoff UK time on Saturday. To play against me on Fanslide, it's absolutely free to play. Just click the link in the description below to join my £100 prize pool table using the code SKDM4. Now, Game Week 6 was a tough one for me. Just 44 points, one below the average, bringing my first red arrow of the season. It was just a small red arrow though, still in the top 2 million, but really need to push on to that top 1 million soon. But I'm not panicking. 6 game weeks in now, my captain Haaland duly delivered, as did my 2 transfers in. I brought in Trippier for Robertson and he looked absolutely sensational. I also brought Alexander Mitrovic in for my 3rd non-playing striker, and I'm very pleased to be playing this 3 striker formation. Now there are a lot of strikers causing us a lot of headaches at the moment because there's so many of them that are performing. We've only got 3 forward spots in our team. Tony obviously got a hat-trick, 4 shots on target. He looked really impressive. He was also top for XG with 1.48. I also liked the look of the creativity that we saw from Kieran Trippier. He had 8 successful crosses. He also took 4 free kicks and 6 key passes. He was top across all of those metrics for creativity. So he's certainly going to be one to watch with Newcastle's fixtures improving going forward. As I mentioned at the top then, I'm recording this video on Monday, and while I've got lots of transfer plans, I want to hold off on making them until Friday evening because we do have midweek fixtures. 7 teams are in action in Europe this week across the UEFA Champions League group stage match day 1, and then the Europa League and Europa Conference League group stage match day 1s as well. So a lot can happen between now and Friday, which could alter our transfer plans. So be patient if you can, but there have been a lot of interesting moves in the transfer market already. We've seen Marcus Rashford rise in price overnight, having been the top performing player in Game Week 6 with 18 points, a phenomenal performance against Arsenal, and he's a player that I'm looking to bring into my team. Kieran Trippier and Ivan Toney, who I mentioned already, also dominate those transfers in. When it comes to my own transfer plans then, there are a few players that are underperforming in my team. I've seen a lot of managers looking to move out Mo Salah. I'm prepared to give him one more week because he has got a good fixture in Game Week 7, and I do think he's a captain contender against Wolves at home. But looking at the other players in my team, we've seen a lot of transfers out for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Again, I'm happy to be patient on him given his creativity. Kyle Walker I've got currently flagged with an injury, so we'll see whether he plays any minutes midweek. I've also got Perisic, who is becoming a big rotation risk. Now we've got to the Champions League football for him as well. And Pedro Neto, he survived last week because I wanted to change formation, but he looks like he really needs to go now. The player that I really want to transfer in is Marcus Rashford, but I can't get to him by downgrading Kyle Walker. I can get to him by downgrading Perisic, maybe to someone like Neco Williams, and that will move me into more of a 4-3-3 formation which is a little bit more conventional than the 5-2-3 formation I've been rocking already. The trouble with that is it's going to cost me a 4-point hit, which when I'm looking to wildcard at the international break doesn't really make sense. Now, I may choose to wildcard even sooner than the international break. As I mentioned, giving Salah one more week, it could work to play a wildcard in game week 8, but it looks more likely that I'll use the extra time in the international break to make the moves. But if I get to Friday and nothing else has cropped up in the week, then I would be looking to take the 4-point hit to bring in Rashford for Neto by downgrading Perisic to Neco Williams, who still looks a really great fantasy option given the attacking output he provides in the Nottingham Forest squad. When it comes to the team selection then, I'm looking at making my transfers using the My Team tool over on Fantasy Football Hub. If you want to check it out for yourself, check out the link in the description. But the two planned moves that I would like to make, if nothing else comes up before the deadline, is Perisic out for Neco Williams, which will allow me to upgrade Pedro Neto to Marcus Rashford. Now, I can kind of justify this 4-point hit because before I made those transfers, my bench was looking really weak for this game week, and I didn't like the look of having 4 players for Spurs against Manchester City. Remember, Manchester City did win that fixture home and away last season, but having 3 defensive players, it feels too much, especially when Haaland is in sensational form, as is Harry Kane. So making those moves would allow me to just play Cancelo from the defenders, bench Kyle Walker, Perisic obviously gone, and Haaland is still in there for selection. But then we've got a good first substitute as well in Leon Bailey. I've held him through thick and thin. It looks like the patience may have paid off. He's had a couple of goals. He has had a couple of fixtures where he's appeared just as a substitute, but he is cementing his way into this Aston Villa attack and is a fine substitute for anyone playing a 4-3-3 like I am now. Having Andreas and Bailey on the bench as options is obviously very, very good. So looking at my squad now, it kind of picks itself when you have a look at the fixtures involved there. Obviously, Mitrovic against Chelsea. I'm happy to play Mitrovic in any fixture at the moment, given the form he's in. I think it's now 5 goals in 6 games, plus a missed penalty as well. So, you know, sensational form from him. It doesn't get much better than that. And when it comes to captaincy, there's a big decision to make. Do I go with Erling Haaland or do I go with Mo Salah? It kind of has to be one of those two options. I guess you could include the Arsenal guys in there as well, but I prefer to go with my premium picks. And this is why I've given Salah one last week, because I really like the look of that Wolves fixture at home. I think it's a fixture that will suit Liverpool and will allow Salah plenty of opportunities. And even though he's been disappointing so far this season, he's got 5 attacking returns. He is the talisman of this Liverpool team. He's on penalties. He's got a good fixture at home. Haaland, on the other hand, it is a tough fixture for Manchester City against Spurs. It's going to be an interesting clash. I kind of can see Haaland getting on the score sheet, but I can see a higher ceiling for Salah with the easier fixture. So that's why I'm leaning that way. But at this stage, with all those Champions League games midweek, I will be looking closely at who is getting minutes in those fixtures, who's substituted early to protect themselves for the weekend, because there is a chance that Salah could be rotated for Liverpool. Haaland will surely play against Spurs, given, you know, the difficulty of that fixture. So there's a few things to weigh up. But obviously, when it comes to my team reveal in Friday's live stream, I will be letting you know my final plans on transfers and also that big captaincy decision, because as I mentioned already today, there's a lot that can happen between now and the Game Week 7 deadline. Now, if you've got any dilemmas ahead of the Game Week 7 deadline, which is on Saturday at 11 AM UK time, do get in the comments. I do my best to answer all of your comments, particularly in the first 24 hours once the video has gone live. So take advantage and remember to check out the link in the description below to Fanslide and join me in that West London derby table on Saturday. Free to play, £100 prize pool. You've got nothing to lose by giving it a go and getting involved. If you've enjoyed this one, please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel. Let's try and smash 700 likes, get me to 40 14k subscribers. And if you hit the notify button, that'll remind you when the preview video goes live on Thursday and that live stream on Friday at 12 o'clock. Good luck everyone for FPL Game Week 7.